Well, we're gearing up and getting ready to head in these MRAPs with the agricultural team. And their mission today is to go out and speak to a local Afghan farmer who farms grapes. And right now, he's farming them on the ground. They want to teach him how to build structures to raise his grapes off the ground and basically give him an opportunity to grow more grapes and become more profitable. So this is the first time they've met with this farmer, so we're hoping for a positive reaction. And also, it's the first time Nate and I have ridden an MRAP for this trip, so you'll get to see what that's like. Day 32 starts right now.
What were you doing out at Camp Dubs?
The Commander's Cup for 173rd Battalion.
And can you explain to me what that is?
A hell of a competition. It was about a 2.5 mile race. Stop at 5 different sections for medical, land nav, weapons assembly, and truck preparation. And then we had to figure out a phrase made in diary. So each section was about 300 to 400 meters apart, and then we had to run up a 3,500 foot hill. Once we got to the top of that, we assembled the weapons, ran back down, carried a litter about 300 meters, did the land nav. Each point we found on the grid actually had the phrase in diary. We had A&A counterparts with us. They had to figure it out. Once they figured it out, they told the interpreter. Interpreter told us what it was, gave the phrase. We went to the next mission, which was the RG-31s. We had to get the radios set up, the Dukes, weapons set up, BFT, and then combat lock the doors. Once we got that, we ran to the finish line.
And when did you do all this?
This was yesterday.
And how you feeling today?
Sore as hell.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, what we're going to do is talk to a local farmer that raises grapes and try to convince him to use a different method of raising the grapes. Maybe do some trellising here. We'll look at possibly renting some of the rows he has already established, paying him the price that he would normally get for the grapes for that year for those rows, and then use those rows in our demonstration, and then allow him to keep the grapes that he would be able to harvest from those as well, to see if the new method would work here, and if so, then maybe he could use the method for the whole vineyard. So we're going to talk to him now about that.
This is his house.
Yeah.
The new growth.
Our initial intent was to possibly lease 2 to 4 rows from them and pay them how much they would normally receive,
And then we'll have one
in
that
profit
goes up.
for that year for those rows.
That's what.
But when we got here, we realized that they're using a very similar approach to what we're wanting to try to teach them.
Yeah. No. Go
So
ahead.
what we offered is just to improve what they're doing at our expense. And we want to come in to these rows and build a more permanent structure that's a little higher, that goes up and over, and try to get these grapes to grow along those trellises. And they're doing something similar now.